It is MSA GT3 Series for 2023. This is round number 3, and joining me in the studio, the voice of West Province Motorsport, Frankie Innes. Frankie, good day to you.
Gazza, good day. Good day, everybody at home. As we approach Easter weekend, we go to round 3 of the MSA GT3 Series, and we come to you from Lake Elkhart in Wisconsin, USA, from Road America.
So we're in the qualifying session. It's a 10-minute session, so everybody's got a flying lap, and then they will have they've got a warm-up lap and then 2 flyers. One of the frequent flyers out there, Troy Dolanchik, 2 minutes 3 is the fastest lap time so far out there. He's completed his warm-up lap, and now the flyer to the unfamiliar iRSA, the second quickest out there. And I think you're probably going to find the top 10 are going to be within probably around about a second of one another.
Yeah, we have a look at familiar iRSA that sits there in that third position, 2/10 of a second off the provisional pole sitter Troy Dolanchik. We want to say big thanks to Canvas Intelligence for sponsoring the 2023 MSA GT3 Series. And Dolanchik still sits out there in P1. There's Yuri Umpiswart of Durant Motorsport. He's there in P4 in car 39, 3/10 of a second off Dolanchik.
Jacques Buerter comes to the party, just 2/10 off the likes of Troy Dolanchik and Luke King. Now, Luke King is one of the quickest out there, there's no doubt about it. One of the names that's not there yet is Luke Lucchesi, and you're going to see him come and join the party in the not too distant future. Tristan de Nobrega, he's good for a little bit higher up. Zach Foster is definitely good for a little bit higher up as well. See, Duncan Moraine has put in a time, but that's 2.66 seconds off, and he'll definitely go quicker than that. Leighton Ferree out there as well. He's done his first flyer, and he finds himself 3/10 off. But Frankie, it only puts you 9th on the grid as Jason Kutsia pops up into the second row of the grid.
Well, I'll tell you something that the first 11 cars are just under a second. And if you take Zach into consideration in P12, you can basically say there's a second separating those first 12 cars at this point in time. You see 24 cars on the leaderboard, but trust me, there are more than 24 of them out there. That is Leighton Ferree. There's Peter Hubert in the 777, that's the Audi R8. And Peter currently 1.112 seconds off a provisional pole sitter Dolanchik. Peter Hubert out there in the Pennzoil car as we watch the drivers work their way around. With 7 minutes done, there's 3 minutes left in the qualifying session.
Well, JJ van der Merwe has done a pretty decent job. He finds himself in the top 20 at this stage of the fight. But going from the top down, Troy Dolanchik, he's done his 2 laps. He's back into the pit area. He's not driving. Leighton Ferree is also standing still. Well, there he slows down. Luke King finds himself on the second row of the grid, provisionally with Jacques Buerter alongside him. So most of them have done their laps already. Peter Hubert, he's also just about, he's finished his one. Peter Hubert, we know, can be very, very quick out there. Stephen Duplessis in the top 17. You'll see the top 25 is on the board. You don't see the likes of Duncan Moraine, Gerald Ferree, Willem Buerter. He's still out there as well. He has not, in fact, put up a time yet as Willem Buerter. So you will see him coming up in the not too distant future. Let's have a look at what the guys are driving. BMWs up top. Look at that. 3 of the top 4 in BMWs. 1 lone Mercedes-Benz out there. And that in the 4th position in the hands of Jacques Buerter. And then Zach Foster a little bit further down. The Audis, Byron Mitchell and Peter Hubert. And the rest of them being Porsches, Julian from iRSA and Umpi Swart, the fastest of the Porsche guys.
Yeah, then we've got a few Ferraris out there. That is iRSA, Swart, Ferree, Hendricks, Bakari, Duncan Moraine. Porsches is Van Wyk, Luke Lucchesi, Tristan de Nobrega. They're the boys out there in the Porsches. Only 2 Mercs out there. Gary was saying Jacques in P4 and Zach in P12. So, interesting stuff as we approach a minute to go. A lot of the drivers are there in pit lane already. Gerald Free in P16, 1.1 off Dolencheck.
So Stephen Cakebread has not put up a time yet, neither has Willem Botha or Duncan Murray. Janeman Prius, he's already in, and I think Raymond Duggan is still on his way around the circuit. He might be able to complete one more lap. Most everybody, in fact, everybody in the top 21 are already into the pits. So that is probably, oh, look at that, they're so close to one another. That is probably what you're going to see as they come up onto the grid. The top 20 as they are there, none of them are still out on circuit. That is Leon van Wyk that you see. He's in 22nd position. He's just trying to finish one more lap and see if he can get a quicker time in. Let's see, can he come up higher than 22? Nope. He comes into the pits, so that's the end of that. He was one of the last people out there. Where's Raymond Duggan? He's not going to be able to complete that lap either. So that is pretty much the way it's going to stand. Man, this is going to be something else. That's the end of the qualifying, and that's where they're going to be. So let's have a look at how that grid's going to play out. Front row of the grid, multi-talented Troy Dolencheck alongside a Leighton Ferree, Luke King from Jacques Botha. That's your front four.
Yeah, then Jason Kutsia, Julian from Milwaukee, followed there by Umpi Swart, Tristan de Nobrega down in P8, Byron Mitchell, Luke Lekesi, Johan Ferree and Zach Foster. Those are the first 6 rows of the grid.
Wow, that's going to be something else. Peter Hubert, John Tobias, Graham Stephen, Gerald Ferree in there as well. Chase Herald, Stephen Duplessis. That is the front 18 that we've got up until there. Captain Peter van der Spey, 19th. Andrew Thomas rounds out the top 20.
Row 11, JJ van der Merwe, Leon van Wyk. Row 12, Dario Busi, Noah Hendricks. Row 13, Sandra Bakari, Janeman Prius. Row 14, Raymond Duggan, Duncan Murray. Row 15 is Willem Botha, and then Stephen Cakebread, all on his own in 31st position.
Sure, it's going to be something else. So let's see how this one's going to play itself out. And 4 BMWs, 1 Mercedes-Benz, then 2 Porsches. 2 Ferraris, then 2 Porsches. This is going to be amazing stuff. Frankie, any predictions?
Well, with these 25 hot shots, I wouldn't want to make a prediction, to be honest with you. But time will tell. Luke Lekesi all the way down in P10. Johan Ferree just behind him in P11. And if you look at the names ahead of them, they are the first of the so-called master drivers in this category. They normally campaign in the Master Series. And they're about the only 2 40-plus drivers that can take on all the hot shots, all the young guns.
What an amazing field that we have out there. 40 of South Africa's best that qualified to ride in this series. And, well, the guys choosing between BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Ferrari, Porsche, and then the Audi as well. Surprisingly, not a lot of Audi R8s out there. You would have expected there to be a little bit more, but so be it. Everybody's made their choices, because remember, what you choose for the series, you have to retain for the series. So that means that you've got to pick something that's going to be good to go at most of the circuits, not just 1 or 2 of the different circuits.
Yeah, the favourites there is BMWs, Porsches and Ferraris. Those are the cars that are the favourite ones out there, as they are led around the circuit by the Porsche Cup car. That's the safety car that is leading the GT3 drivers around. And before we get going, big thanks to MSA, big thanks to Canvas Intelligence, and to Second Gear Production Studios. Here we go. Almost time to get going. We'll put the track map up for you, so you can see more or less where the guys are as they work their way around the circuit. Well, they're going to do a full lap by the looks of things, as that safety car is leading them now into that 90-degree left-hander. then a straight which takes them to another 90-degree left-hander, which will wind its way through to the carousel, through the kink, kettle bottoms into candidate corner, and then from there they'll work their way down to turn 13 and 14, which is the final corner. Right now they're pretty far away from turn 14.
Chase Herald there finds himself pretty much in the middle of the pack, and well, to try and go forward from there is going to be very difficult. So let's just have a look at this. Troy Dolanchik and Leighton Fury on the front end of the grid, both of them blindingly quick, champions in their own right in the real world, can do it. Jacques Water, amazing. Luke King's been one of the quickest in 3 of the last 5 practice sessions that's been out there. Jason Gutierrez, well, his name speaks for itself. Jason Gutierrez, amazing out there. Mobile 1 VH, Julian Familiares, Umpi Swart, the main man, he's out there as well. Tristan de Nobrega, blindingly quick at any given time. Johan Ferry, multiple talented driver that's out there. And that's just the top 10. You haven't even spoken about the ex-South African karting champion in the likes of Luc Lequesi.
It gets better because as you go all the way down, Graham Stephen in P15, he's also an ex-karter from Western Province karting section a couple of years ago, the brother of Michael Stephen. Then Gerald Fourie, the dad of Leighton, who sits there in that 16th position. They are chopping and changing, but they will get into their appropriate good positions the moment we head down into turn number 13 and 14. They're working their way through turn 12 right now. So they're heading towards the end of the lap. They've got the left-handed kink, which is turn 13. And then turn 14 is the final right-hander, 90 degrees right, which will take them on the home straight, which runs up the hill into turn 1, which is a 90-degree right-hander. So we are almost good to go now. Yeah, almost good to go. Out of turn 14, the safety car will dive off to its right. And the safety car is in pit lane, and Dolanchik is on the move already. I haven't even seen the lights go off, and Troy has dropped the hammer, and off they go. It all seems to be well, as Dolanchik leads him into turn number 1. We've got 1.5 hours, 90 minutes to go. With Leighton Fourie, Jacques Water in that second position, followed there by Luke King. Jason Gutierrez there, and Water has gone off. Jacques Water has gone off, he's dropping down the leaderboard heavily as Jacques Water is in P16 at this point in time, moving up 1 and dropping back down into P16. So trouble out there for him, trouble out there for Jonty Weiss as well, as he drops right out of the top 25.
Well, look at this one, Linus Stern already after just 2 corners, and they working their way through there very, very quickly. Troy Dolanchik from Leighton Fury, that was off the front row of the grid. Luke King and Jason Gutierrez, that was off the second row of the grid as well. So the front 4 holding sway very, very neatly at this stage of the fight.
Right, so we'll get the intervals up so we can see exactly what's the gap between each other as they work around. Look at that, nothing between the first 10 drivers. To be honest with you, the top 10 right on each other's heels as they're busy working their way into the carousel. You can